Hey guys! I know I didn't really make the deadline for back to school, but I still want to make some cute school supplies. Hope you'll enjoy. To make the pencil, I started out with a piece from a head pin, then wrapped that in a thin sheet of clay. I then took a piece of lead for a mechanical pencil and did the same, then put that on one end. The reason why I'm not just wrapping one long piece of the lead is because that's going to make the pencil a lot more fragile. Next, you want to flatten a piece of yellow clay and cut out a star shape or any other shape you want. Round off the edges and correct the shape if needed. And use this as a pencil topper. After baking, add some details using acrylic paint and seal with a matte glaze. The eraser is pretty self-explanatory, just gonna take a piece of a real eraser and cut it to size. To make the calculator, I first rolled out a thin sheet of pink clay, then cut out a rectangle. I added some cornstarch to the top portion, and then used a piece of pre-baked clay to make the display. And if you want, you can add a few details. I chose to pre-bake mine before adding the buttons, and then I added the buttons using liquid clay to make them stick, but you can also add them before baking. And after baking, you want to add the final details using acrylic paint. To make a quick notebook, I cut some sheets of paper in the size I wanted the pages. I then added glue to one side and let it dry. Trace the size onto a piece of thick folded paper or thin cardstock and begin painting the cover. Mine was inspired by one I saw online, and I just used watercolors to paint it. Seal it with glaze or a fixative and glue in the pages. Lastly, I rolled out a thin sheet of light blue, cut out a strip, made one side slightly slanted, and added a star for decoration. After baking, I added details using acrylic paint, which I managed not to get any footage of, and then once again sealed it with a matte glaze. I also used a sheet from a memo pad to make the small pieces of paper. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next tutorial.